Rev up your engines!
Well, it looks like Toyota's hydrogen future's kind of falling apart because owners are filing lawsuits and they're causing them to try to get Toyota to buy the vehicles back. Well, one, a lot of companies aren't even given the fuel. The small amount of hydrogen stations out there is bad enough, but Shell says they're shutting all theirs down in California, and the price of the hydrogen fuel is going even higher, and the resale values of the hydrogen Toyotas is going down the toilet. And so now people who bought Toyota's hydrogen dream said we're cheated and misled, and they're going to sue Toyota. Mirai was the first real mass-produced hydrogen car, right? Mirai means future in Japanese, and in this case, the future looks kind of bleak, right? If you bought one. Now, the problem here, though, it isn't the car. It's the crumbling infrastructure and the depreciation of it. James May, one of the original Top Gear guys, he had one. He said it was the best car he ever had that he had to get rid of because there was no place to fuel it with, right? Which kind of shows you a possible scenario if millions and millions and millions of people buy electric cars and there's no place to charge them. People will be in the same exact thing already. The price of used electric cars is starting to go down the toilet. Now, they only sold a handful of Toyota Mirais. For example, in 2022, 2,094 Mirais were sold in California. So, you're talking about a very tiny amount of people. But now they're mad because, we can't get fuel. The fuel costs too much. Nobody wants to buy these things used. This is what happens if you decide to buy into a new technology that's not proven. And anybody in their right mind would say, okay, a hydrogen car, where the heck am I going to get hydrogen from? If you had a natural gas car, there's natural gas everywhere, right? It's not that hard to find. When I was just in California on a vacation, right, I saw all these natural gas stations for doing natural gas vehicles, right? I didn't see any hydrogen stations. You don't want to buy the ultra new technology because in the long run, like this, you're going to be screwed. And now they're, we're going to sue. Hey, you should sue yourself for stupidity. You bought a car and there's no fuel for it, right? What'd you think? All of a sudden there are going to be hydrogen stations all over the place? Of course not. Of course there's not going to be. And then they talk about hydrogen fuel cells. Hey, they work great. They use hydrogen, they make electricity. But they're expensive to build. It's a non-proven technology. Nobody knows how long it's going to last over time, right? And you're still fueling the things with hydrogen, and there aren't hydrogen stations out there. So, use your thinking cap before you go out and buy one of these crazy alternative fuel cars. Well, if you wonder if that recall for Honda V6 engines with the rod bearings going, the engine gets destroyed, is real or not, well, hey, here's a picture, a guy from an Acura dealership. And he says, Scotty, today at the dealer, we've been doing a 3.5 liter rod bearings recall. It had 63,000 miles on it, started knocking. For some reason, Honda's quality control isn't what it used to be. I used to get people with Honda V6 engines that have 400,000 miles, still running like a top. This thing, 63,000 miles, it's knocking away because they didn't build it right. It's obvious that Honda, Acura is just fancy Hondas, their quality control's been going downhill for quite some time now. But that's a real big deal there. Your engine goes out on a Honda. The whole thing about Hondas was always they made some of the best engines in the world. They made more internal combustion engines than any other company in the world for quite some time. Honda power washers, whatever, motorcycles, cars, they make all kinds of motors. And they used to do a great job making them. But hey, something's amiss at Honda now. They have stuff like this going on. Well, for once, I kind of agree with Consumer Reports, right? Here is their worst cars of 2024 so far. Numero uno is Rivian. I got to agree with that. That electric car company, blah, overpriced junk, right? They don't make it that well. It's overpriced. And like they said, it's kind of more of a concept car, but it's out and it's still kind of a concept car, but they're trying to sell it to people and it's not working out too good. Now, number two is GMC. Now, they say GMC doesn't have a single model with good ratings. Well, here I agree, but I disagree. Some of the expensive GMC work trucks are decent trucks, right? Disagree a little bit here, but still. Now, the next is Jaguar F-Pace. I agree entirely. Jaguar. Talk about one of the worst cars you could possibly buy if you value your money. Certainly, Jaguar's on my list. And the next one is Land Rover Range Rover Sport. Too many words there, right? I just say Range Rover. Everybody knows they're all junk, right? I agree with that entirely. The Indian company bought them, Tata, from the British, and then now the Chinese own a certain percentage of it. It's just endless money pits. They're for rich people to ride around, be snobs. I'm going to Range Rover. I have enough money to fix it, too. And And the next is Jeep. Well, I got to agree with that. Bad enough when Fiat bought them, and now it's part of Stellantis. They're going down the toilet. Their quality control is horrible. So, I got to say, for once I agree with Consumer Report. There are some bad cars out there, and those are some of the worst. I do have to agree. What's bad enough that electric cars start on fire by themselves? Well, in San Francisco, a Waymo driverless Jaguar was being set on fire by the people in the neighborhood. A Waymo self-driving taxi, the iPace, was set ablaze and vandalized in San Francisco Saturday evening. Now, there's a software engineer. He saw the whole thing and filmed it. He said the crowd attacked the Waymo self-driving Jaguar I-Pace and put it on fire. There's a traffic jam with the Waymo holding it up. So people got peed that the electric Waymo was blocking traffic. They decided to get even, and they attacked the car and burned it on the ground. So somebody first jumped on the hood of the Jaguar and broke the windshield. And then people started cheering. I guess people don't like self-driving cars in San Francisco. I don't know. Who knows what's going on there? Then people lit fireworks under and inside the car and started going. Gee, I thought fireworks were illegal in California. These people got mad, of course. Then it started on fire and the lithium battery started burning. You want to talk about making a traffic jam turn into a massive traffic jam. They were mad because the Waymo electric Jaguar was blocking them, and then it's burning up. It's going to really block it. It wasn't too logical, but, people get in groups. Their minds go, and they turn into this massive bit of lunacy, screaming and yelling. And it is San Francisco, let's face it, the land of lunatics. Doesn't surprise me that it happened there. Kind of like a super storm of all the bad things coming into one. Driverless cars, crazy people in San Francisco, fireworks where they're not supposed to have them, and then a crowd of angry, crazed people cheering as the electric Jaguar burns down to the ground. Maybe you should get rid of self-driving cars for various reasons, including that there's a lot of lunatics in San Francisco, and you know what they're going to do next. Well, if you read the article about Bill Gates where he says there's only 3 jobs that'll survive artificial intelligence. Old Bill's at it again with his futurism, right? And of course, they got to blow their computer stuff out of the water to say how great it is. Oh, artificial intelligence is going to take over. And he said there's only 3 jobs that are going to make it, and one of them is creating the artificial intelligence and the software, right? All I got to say to this is, what a load of horse manure. AI, they say artificial intelligence. Well, I got 2 things to that. One is, I agree entirely. It's artificial intelligence. It's not real intelligence. The other day, I went and Googled in the artificial intelligence. I Googled my wife, Scotty Kilmer, and it said she was a famous YouTube mechanic. Come on, she was a school teacher, right? She doesn't fix cars. She didn't know anything about them. Other than how to drive them, right? On the other hand, it also means something else. AI, as far as I'm concerned, is easily called advertising intelligent, because much of this stuff is pure advertisement. You do an AI search, you get all these sneaky little ads pumped in. They don't tell you they're an ad, or somewhere in a corner there's a little hit that said promoted, whatever, blah, blah. All you got to realize about computers is one thing: garbage in, garbage out. And the people that are controlling them, they'll put all the garbage in they want if they're getting paid, right? So these companies are putting advertising. I even noticed on my phone, I used to get news feeds and I'd read them and they were all news stories. Now, half of them are pure ads. Some of them, it's quite obvious. It'll say paid promotion. Some of them, it doesn't say anything. Why are they saying all these things about, look at all the radical stuff that Harbor Freight Tools has? Then you realize the whole thing is just a gigantic Harbor Freight Tool ad disguised as news. Problem is, a lot of young people, they don't have the cognition and the ability to analyze things correctly. So they read stuff on their phone, they think it is all real, because the artificial intelligence, or as I call it, advertising intelligence, has given them something that they've fallen for that was paid for baloney, or a complete mistake, as in the case of saying my wife was a famous YouTube mechanic. So be leery about this nonsense. Oh, artificial intelligence is going to take over. That's the new buzzword, right? A while back it was nanotechnology. Now we don't hear anything about that. Now it's artificial intelligence. We're not going to have jobs. We're all going to be lying on the couch watching movies on TV, right? Now, the other jobs that he says will exist are energy-related jobs, biology-related jobs, and as I said before, the people who design and operate the tools themselves. Well, Bill, I hate to tell you something. You forgot one of the biggest ones: acting. Everyone wants to be an actor these days. People are always watching stuff on TV. They're all watching the actors act, right? So, Bill, you forgot the actors, and they could add a bunch of other things too. But then again, Bill's getting kind of long in the tooth. And yeah, he was great with software, but maybe maybe with forecasting the future, maybe not listen to Bill. Bill, you're a good software guy, but don't tell us how to live society, you know? You're just trying to push more of your Microsoft crap on us to make us pay for it, right? So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.